Shalom. Before we get this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this very day. Let's continue feeding the flock to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And also shalom to the hopeful elect that is also laboring this work, giving your due diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, It's Going Down, Race Riots. Alright, now if the spirit has it to where I titled this video in a different way, I'm going to move according to the spirit, but, just a highlight of this new occurrence that's just recently popped up concerning, this cop, this Edomite cop, basically murdered a so-called Negro, all right, by the by the name of George Floyd, and now you see Jake that's being stirred up on the streets, in which when I say Jake, Jake is a code name for Jacob, which Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites, which consists primarily of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, now you're starting to see an uprising of Jake, to where now you're starting to see civil unrest. All right, and pretty soon, it's going to escalate, and it's been going on for years and years. Concerning the clash of the races, the clash of the nations. All right, in which pretty soon you're going to see a full-blown race riot, a race war. Okay, you're going to literally see up close and personal. You're going to see Jacob versus Esau. All right, in which this is foretold in the scriptures. All right, this is foretold that you're going to have a nation that's going to rise up against another nation. All right, you're going to have one people stand up and fight against another people with swords. All right. Now, I'm not talking about your ancient swords, they used to use back in the ancient world, but your weaponry, your modern day guns that's being used today. All right. That is the sword that these people are going to take up against each other. All right. So, and this is taking place in Minneapolis. All right. And it's only going to be a matter of time before it's spread throughout the soils of America. All right. And once again, like I said before, this is all prophecy. Okay. It's prophesied that our people are going to stand up and fight against Esau. Now, I don't want to make this video too long. Just want to go ahead and jump into the precepts. I just want to make a quick video concerning that. Because when we go into topics like this, people think of it as far-fetched and not a reality. Something that is far beyond the imagination that is going to happen. But here it is, man. You got tensions rising between Jacob and Esau. You got tensions rising against one nation against another. All right. And the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, who these people inwardly call God and Jesus, is setting the stage for the coming race war. Okay. And that's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. And like I said before, this is Yahushai himself foretold about a coming race war. All right. Which again consists primarily in which really this scene that you're seeing, or this these events that take place mainly at the forefront of what's going on in the world is Jacob and Esau. All right. The other nations, they have their little upstarts, here and there. But when it comes to like major news and major prophecies and what's being put out in the forefront, in the spotlight is Jacob and Esau, because those are the two main characters, or the two two characters in this movie. All right, this movie that we call Life, which is being set by Yahweh Shemel Shai, because he's the one that's controlling this. Okay, so again, it's Matthew chapter 24 verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." All right, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So this is only just the beginning. All right, the curtains have already been opened, and you're starting to see now you're starting to see things shift into the beginning of sorrows, which again starts with nation against one nation going up against another nation. All right, because you have the nation of Israel, which we are a nation, and then you have the nation of Edom, which is another nation. So nation is going to rise up against nation, which is what's that called in modern day terms? Race war. All right, and kingdom against kingdom, one rulership against another, one power against another. All right, and not only is that talking about the powers that be today, you know, the world superpowers, as Russia and these other nations coming up against and stirring up tensions with America, but it's also going to the powers concerning the spirit. All right, because you have powers on the right hand side, and then you have powers on the left hand side. All right, which again, Jacob was set forth to be the powers to be on the right hand side, and Esau or Edom was set to be the powers on the left hand side. All right, so I'll move on from there. There's another scripture I want to get real quick. It's in the book of Genesis, Genesis chapter, I believe it's 49. Yep, here it is. Yep, Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. It says, "Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?" Right. So Judah, which is the head tribe of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, was considered as an old lion. All right, you know, the characteristics of an old lion is that he stoops down. All right, he stoops down and he couches and he lays down. All right, and what's the right word I'm looking for? Basically being chill. All right, you know, not being easily stirred up. But now you're starting to see things like this happen concerning what you're seeing going on, especially in the city of Minneapolis, is that now Judah, being as the old lion, now he's being roused up. Okay, now he's being roused up and he's starting to make noise. All right, he's starting to show his fury as that lion. Okay, and the Lord is the one that's rousing him up. And the Lord is using Esau to do that. Okay. Now moving from there, in the book of 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Okay, so that sword and that destruction is drawing very close, because one people is standing up to fight against another people. Okay. And again, like I said, the Lord is using Esau to stir up Jacob for the purpose of Jacob being roused up into fight against Esau. Because here's another scripture, right? I can grab it real quick. All right, this is the book of Micah, chapter 5, and I'm starting at verse 7. Make this the last precept. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarried not for man, nor waited for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest." All right, in which, again, Judah, which is the head tribe, which is known as that old lion that is couched and stooped, is going to be roused up, because Judah, being the head tribe of Israel, is going to lead the charge. That's why you see primarily in the news, you see Judah, the so-called Negro. All right, it says, "As a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver." See, so the Lord's going to use Judah and the rest of the other tribes as his weapons of war to tear down this current society and this system. All right. So this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning stages of one nation rising up against another. This is only beginning stages of the coming race war. All right. And again, like I mentioned before, the Lord's going to use Jacob or Israel to completely break down the system. All right, with success. Okay, because this is the Lord's will to break down what Esau's building, pursuant to Malachi, the 1st chapter. Okay, and the Lord's going to use his battle axe, which is Jacob, pursuant to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter. The Lord's going to use Israel as his battle axe and weapons of war to tear down the current powers. All right, and guess what? It's going to escalate. It's going to escalate to the point to where the men of the Lord are going to get involved, and the Lord's going to bestow the power unto his men, his chosen, to finish the job. All right, and then to ultimately, when everything's said and done, America is going to be destroyed, completely destroyed, and turned to a desert wasteland by way of thermonuclear fire. So with that, I'm going to head off on that note. God's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Number honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day. And shalom and peace and safety and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring this work, giving your diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth and sincerity, and in all charity. And with that, it goes to shalom.